I remember our first meeting, but he doesn't. It's true, I had an unfair advantage. It was the fall of 1980, and he walked into the kitchen of my sorority house that was full of people wearing a flannel shirt and a cheap dime store cowboy hat. I could barely see his bright blue eyes underneath all that hair.
Hey, I paid $40 for that hat. That was a lot of money back then. So we were good friends for about a year while we were dating. And between my fraternity and her sorority, we went to a lot of dinner dances in the next 4 years.
Hold on, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. We should really start with how you became interested in becoming a doctor.
Okay, I watched a lot of TV when I was growing up. Shows like Emergency and Marcus Welby, MD. I thought it was really cool how they could heal people so quickly, and I decided I wanted to do that too. When I was 13, my dad hurt his back. He went to the MD who gave him drugs, but it really didn't help. 3 days later, my mom and I had to help him into our station wagon and took him to see Dr. Mondo, a chiropractor. My dad goes crawling in, and an hour later comes walking out straight. I was totally amazed. I went back with my dad at his next appointment to learn more. Dr. Mondo showed me his x-rays and explained about adjusting the spine. Fast forward 2 years, and I'm supposed to interview 3 healthcare professionals. The first was an MD who pretty much blew me off. The second was a physical therapist who complained the whole time about his job. And the third was Dr. Mondo. He took me on his rounds, took me out to lunch, and offered to write me a letter of recommendation to a chiropractic college.
I had the privilege to see Dr. Mondo. I was getting terrible stress-related headaches from my job. After just a couple weeks of treatment, my headaches were pretty much gone. I was so impressed on what chiropractic could do that I decided to look for a job in that field. Shortly thereafter, a position for a chiropractic assistant at Mark's Chiropractic College became available. I applied for it and got the job. I worked there the whole 4 years Mark was in school. Then it was time for him to do his residency.
Yeah, we had a couple of options to do the residency with an alumni anywhere in the country.
Well, since we didn't have any kids at the time, we took out a map of the United States and a black marker.
And we X'd out all the states we didn't want to move to, which left only 5.
Florida,
Texas,
Hawaii,
Arizona,
and of course, sunny California.
So we packed up everything we owned in our 2 little cars and drove out to California. Just before we left, our friends and our family gave us a warning. Remember, you're going out to the land of fruits, nuts, and flakes. Whatever you do, don't become a vegetarian.
We laughed and said, yeah, don't worry, that will never happen.
And as fate would have it, that's exactly what happened. So fast forward 11 years and 2 kids later, and I started having health problems.
Yeah, you had 5 teeth break in just a couple of years, and then that thing with your eye.
Yeah, I woke up one morning and there was a dark spot in the field of my vision, but only my left eye. It was affecting my night vision and my depth perception. The doctors thought I was developing a cataract, but I was only 40 years old. There happened to be a nutritional seminar in Sacramento sponsored by Standard Process, which was extremely rare for that to happen. Usually the seminars were held in Alameda. If it was in Alameda, I doubt that I would have ever driven to attend. At one of the breaks during the seminar, I talked to the speaker, Dr. Dobbins, and told him about my problem. He crossed his arms and said, "Dr. LeMay, you won't happen to be a vegetarian, would you?" Well, yes. That's your problem. He recommended that I take Iplex, which I did, and the problem went away in a week. I realized that I needed to learn more. Over time, I started attending more and more of the seminars by Standard Process. And in 2015, I got certified as an applied clinical nutritionist.
I am really glad you did, because all of a sudden, in March 2011, I got hit with really bad allergies. Mark suggested I take Allerplex. The bottle said to take 3 capsules per meal. I thought, no way, I'm not taking 3 per meal. That's crazy. So I didn't, and didn't get any results. Mark kindly suggested that I follow the directions, which I did that time, and within 24 to 48 hours, I was symptom-free. Each spring after that, I would take my little bottle of Allerplex, and my symptoms got less and less until I don't have them anymore.
That's because we found something that got to the cause of the problem. In chiropractic school, I was taught to look for the cause of the interference and then remove it and allow the body to take care of itself. That might mean a series of chiropractic adjustments if it's a structural issue. It might include core strengthening, like Pilates, to stabilize the spine. It probably will include nutritional support to feed the body what it's lacking.
Like in the case of your eye and your teeth.
Exactly. Then we want to continue to support the body with good nutrition. We don't want symptoms controlling people's lives. We want them to easily adapt to life's challenges.
Yeah, I tell patients that he's part doctor, part detective.
I gather clues from different tests that we do at our office, like doing a scan with the Zyto biocommunication machine, gathering the 9 different measurements from the Toledo bioimpedance weight scale, and of course, muscle testing. We may not be a fit for everyone. We seem to attract people who are hungry to learn and ready to change.
We've learned over the last 16 years in our own lives and with our patients that better information gets better results.
The problem is that most people don't pick up a book after they graduate. If you would have told us in college that we would be lifetime learners, we both would have laughed.
True, but now we love to learn and then share it with others.
I really like that Chinese proverb. If you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach him to fish, and he eats for a lifetime. Our purpose is to help people we work with to live happy, active, vibrant lives so they can enjoy their families and doing all the things that they love, just like we do.